Problem-based learning is an effective strategy to build understanding, especially when you can incorporate creativity and technology.
SmashBoard EDU is a great way to incorporate all of this. And we're going to go to one of our high schools and check out one of our PE teachers and see how they're using SmashBoard on this week's episode of PDL Techniques.
SmashBoard, I walked in on a cool meeting between our district specialist, technology specialist, and our testing coordinator, and they were talking about the SmashBoard activity. And it looked really cool to me and something I could do to solve problems in the classroom.
SmashBoard is a game where you have a problem and you have to research about the problem and the issues that involve what's going on, and you have to share with your classmates, and it's a lot of communicating with the group that you have.
Implementing a SmashBoard EDU activity in your class is simple. All the resources you need for this can be found on the smashboardedu.com website. The first step is to identify a problem. This could be a problem that your students present to you or a problem based in your learning that you present to students. The next step is for your students to do some research into the problem. They are welcome to use resources on the internet, books, anything that you have at hand. The next step is where they actually work to solve the problem. This is going to be the majority of the time of their work in SmashBoard EDU, where they go through different options and figure out how to solve the problem. The next step is to share. So this can be the most fun part because students can use a technology tool to share their solution to the problem or do another more traditional type of presentation. The last thing that students should do when participating in a SmashBoard EDU activity is reflect, where they look back at what they did, where they started, and where they ended up.
SmashBoard EDU will get your kids engaged through real-world problems, through research, but not only research, but through the technology tools. But they're not using the same tools. They don't get to choose their tools. The game and the activity will choose the tools for them.
What separates SmashBoard EDU from other assignments is that it incorporates different little sections, like you get to roll the dice and figure out what app you want to use to create your finished product after the assignment's done. That's the most fun part to me, at least, is being able to figure out an app that you can use that separates your assignment from everybody else's.
So seeing them work their way through the research aspect to find that, and then through the reflection piece of it, you see how their problem solving is working out in their minds is actually pretty cool through SmashBoard.
Welcome to the smashboardedu.com website, where you will find all the information you need to set up and play SmashBoard with your students. I will give you a heads up that they are constantly making changes to this, so if it looks a little bit different when you get here, as long as you look around, you will find everything you need. The first area is the set up and play, where you can print your own cards. These will take you to the cards that you can physically print and use with your students. They're a great reminder as they're solving their problems with the step that they need to be working on. Here you'll also find information about how much time each of these things should take. The next piece is really focusing on smashing that problem and helping you as a teacher facilitate this process with your students. Next, you'll decide if you're going to choose analog or digital resources. If you choose analog resources, there's a response sheet that you can use to have students take notes while they're working. If you decide to go digital, there are resources in Pear Deck and Nearpod, as well as activity timers that you can use. The best part of the website is the creative apps piece. Here you can spin to see what kind of creative app you are going to need to choose, and then you can come over here to the drop down and decide if you're working on a Chromebook or an iOS or Android device, your app difficulty, and your content type, writing along with photos, coding, lots of options here. It'll pull up a certain number of writing activities for you, or whatever content type you choose, and then you can scroll through the pages of apps here. If you decide one that you're going to use, you can click it and it will take you straight to that resource. Another great thing here on this page that you can find is their feed on Twitter. They have a very active Twitter feed and always have teachers here showing information. So feel free to join that community. If you do this, also be sure that you tweet out with your information and tag Smashboard, and don't forget to hashtag CMSPDL as well.
So Heather, you were one of the first people I heard talk about Smashboard. What drew you to this particular option?
I love this activity because you can apply it to any content area, from talking about ancient civilizations to discussing your favorite fiction book. It gets students really involved in discussion.
And that's always a positive thing. Well, thank you for watching this week's episode. Make sure you check us out next week for another edition of PDL Techniques.